Hey there, YouTube, and welcome to my review of episode 4 of Cyberpunk Edgerunners. So, okay, let me explain here. As I record this, so I literally just finished watching the episode, and I was listening to Little Stranger, the insert song that plays at the end of the episode, and Jesus Christ, it's such a great song. Um, I originally I wanted to record some other reactions beforehand, but I decided, you know what, uh, like I really want to talk about this episode because like of that song and other stuff that I can't get out of my head. So before I start the review itself, of course, you can watch the full reaction on Patreon right now for €5 a month. You're gonna get free, not free. You're gonna get unedited, uncut, like complete picture-in-picture reactions right now to the shows that I'm currently watching. So for now, it's Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Reverend Season 2, and The Apothecary Diaries Season 1. Um, but anyway, so yeah, this episode, it was definitely like, it definitely didn't take the kind of turn I expected. Uh, Starting off as a, kind of like montage of David learning how to deal with every team member and stuff like that. And then we got hit near the end of the episode with the plot twist that, I mean, okay, I was kind of expecting it because of a specific comment that I got on the last review, which mentioned finding the graves of the team members in game, like the fact that you can find in the game Cyberpunk 2077 the graves of David's team members, and the fact that that person mentioned as well that season 2 was going to follow another crew, combined with the fact that I know this show is known to be sad, uh, I was fully expecting some characters to die. I was not expecting Pillar to die so fast though. Like I didn't see him as the first victim of the crew, um, especially since we literally just learned right before that Rebecca is his sister. I was not expecting him to go this fast, but I was expecting to lose some people. So during the reaction, I didn't really have such a strong reaction to it. Like as soon as I saw him piece off that, starting to like piece off that dude, I was really expecting that guy to be a cyber psycho and something to happen. But yeah, it definitely took a darker turn like really quickly. I mean, it was already kind of dark, of course. It's Night City we're talking about. But yeah, um, I was kind of glad to see the afterlife and Lizzie's bar again, and catching a glance of Rogue, who seems to know. Hang on, which one was it? Let me see. I think it's Rebecca that was happy to see her. Yeah, yeah, Rebecca was happy to see her, but I'm guessing it's because she knew like that Rogue was really well known, and she seemed chill with leading her in the bar. So I was not expecting. I mean, as soon as I saw, of course, like the bar, I was expecting to at least see her in the background. Wasn't expecting her to just straight up like react to something the characters were doing. I like, of course, it's the same barmaid as well. What was her name again? The one who remembered Jackie's um cocktail. Um, but I find it interesting that they, in the same episode where they show the afterlife for the first time, and I don't know if you'll see it later on in the show, possibly because like it's a core place of Night City for, especially for cyberpunks. I mean, for Edgerunners. Um, like uh, it's interesting that they showed the afterlife in the same episode where they end with a conversation about the fact that the only way to make your name as an Edgerunner is not in the way you live, but in the way you die, which is something that is very like integral in the afterlife itself, which I never actually caught on to that. I just realized like it's very appropriate because it's called the afterlife, and that's where they name drinks after famous famous people, or at least famous edge runners. I just realized how much sense there is behind that name choice. Because of course it's already a great name. Afterlife, it's like it just has a ring to it, you know. It's the kind of name I would expect to see for a club. It could also like have, if there wasn't that thing about the drinks, it could have been something about like after you've lived your life, your normal life in the city during the day, you go at night to spend some time in a club. So it's after your life technically. But here, like it makes a lot more sense, and it's because of the way they do with the drinks and stuff like that. And yeah, like there's this whole conversation about the fact that in NCD you make your name by the way you die, which is something we've seen a lot in a game, of course. Like in every part of the game, V makes some name for themselves by the way, by the things they do during the game, of course, by the people they interact with and all of their actions. But at the end of the day, like the only way for the entirety of Night City to know about them is for them to do something, to die in a way that is really like remarkable. Um, but yeah, like other than that, um, so yeah, that comment that I was talking about that I got on YouTube. So also explain to me about Rebecca's like appearance, that she only uses fashion wear, so she like replaces her skin with artificial color and uses exotic looking optics, but she's actually like about as screwed up as David, possibly less. Um, that's the basically like a kind of eccentricity for her, I guess, chosen to look like this. But yeah, like it's not like I was like feeling like maybe she was more grown up than anyone else, but I'm actually not. Definitely less grown up than our brothers, that's for sure. Like Jesus Christ, Pillar. We saw also some other returning faces, I guess. Like, um, what are their names? I can't remember their name for shit because I'm really bad with names, especially like long names or special names like names of gangs and stuff like that. Maelstrom, that's the name. I was trying to remember it during the entire like reaction, but it just clicked in my head. Maelstrom or Maelstrom. Yeah. Is it Maelstrom or Maelstrom that they take as a name? Let me check before I make an ass of myself again. Maelstrom, yep. Right, because like they could have made, a pun with the name, like going for Maelstrom instead. But like so Maelstrom at the same place, like the what was it again? Like a canned food factory or something like that, where the same place where you make the deal for the bot. So yeah, we are definitely getting some we are definitely getting some known places that are shown to us. Um. Oh yeah, another thing like it's never really explained in the game, so I guess it's nice to see more about it in the show. But it seems like Reaper dogs don't even put you under when they do surgery on you, which seems like it seems like it would create a massive risk to do it like that because like uh, it is actually possible for people to die of shock if they experience too much pain. Like even if it's not a pain that is supposed to kill them, like it's not an injury that is supposed to kill them. If they feel too much pain, they can just their heart can just stop working altogether. So it seems like it would be a massively risky thing to do here. Especially like you literally see the Reaper Dog take out David's lungs and replace them straight away. You don't just remove someone's lungs like that. Uh, like I get, of course, like it's technically it's science fiction, but Jesus Christ. But yeah, also not to mention the blood loss and stuff like that. Like if you don't put someone under when you operate on them, their blood will flow faster than if they were um, sleeping, and so like they will bleed a lot more. Like it doesn't feel safe on so many levels. Also, yeah, uh, another thing that I did mention, like during the reaction. So I said last time that Rebecca's voice actress didn't seem uh, like she was doing the correct voice for the character, and I don't remember if I said it in the review or in the reaction, so I'm going to repeat it. I'm guessing it's because Trigger, like the studio Trigger, is the one that handled the English dub. From what I've understood, like it was handled by Trigger as well. Usually, for any kind of anime stuff, when it's made in Japan, they release Japanese version first, then they sell the rights to a dubbing company in the US that handles the work. But by the time they do this, they do that, like the show is already out in Japan and can already like so. But since it's technically it takes place in the US, I mean, like I don't remember. It's technically I think Night City is a neutral zone. It's not even in the US. It's on you in. I mean, it's on like I think it's around California if I'm not mistaken. Um, I'm pretty sure we heard that. I mean, we like learned that in the game. It's somewhere around California. Um, but since the entire country was changed, uh, like Night City is a neutral territory, but it's on the territory of the USA. I mean, on a territory that used to belong to the US, at least. And so I'm guessing it's because of that that they had to handle doing an English dub at the same time as I did the Japanese one, which was probably a bigger challenge for the animation teams. Um, and so because of that, like she probably the voice actress probably didn't have a look at the character before doing the voice for the episode 3, but like it seems like for episode 4 she actually got a proper voice that fits the character well for Rebecca. So like in this episode it didn't feel strange, it felt like the correct kind of voice. Actually a really good voice as well. The voice acting all over seemed more solid this episode. Like the English voice acting seemed more solid, which like I said it before, I'm not one to watch English dub usually. Um, I mean, I usually like just watch Japanese subtitle, even though I technically started watching anime in English. Like the first few anime I've watched were in English, and then I switched to Japanese subbed when I found better websites to watch them on, and I ended up preferring to watch in Japanese. Like there are some exceptions where I like both. Like I could name a few like Harui Suzumiya. I like both dubs and sub for this one. Canon 2006. Like not the original Canon, the 2006 version specifically, which was a remake because the first version was horrendous to say the least. It also has a solid English dub. Um, I think I watched Clanad in both sub and dub as well. The dub felt a bit less enjoyable at some moments, but usually it was really good. So it's mostly old stuff. I mean older stuff, early 2000s kind of a deal. Like more recent anime, I can't handle the English dub. I'm sorry, Bryce. I don't even remember his last name, but he's done so many voices of main characters like um, Kirito, for example. I can't name any other right off the bat, but I know he's done a lot. Like I'm sorry, but like I don't really like hearing you in an anime because it just feels weird to hear some characters talking English, I guess. Um, but anyway, I think that's about it. Like about what I had to say. I said a lot more than huh, I didn't. I realized I was like almost 20 minutes in. Like it doesn't feel like I've said much, but I guess I said more than usual. But yeah, like I was really enjoying the song, the insert song at the end, like right before the end credits. Uh, so I said the name. Hang on, let me check. I literally shared it in a Discord server. Little Stranger. It's a, it's a really great song. Before I end the video, I wanted to talk about something else that doesn't have anything to do with Cyberpunk Edgerunners, but I felt like I needed to mention it. I mentioned it at the start of the reaction as well. Um, it's about like the kind of show I could watch. So I was thinking about like other shows I could watch because there is a list currently on my Patreon of shows I plan to watch. Um, Let me pull it up. Hang on. Uh, Let me wait for Patreon to do its cloud player verification for the thousandth time. So hang on. It has a tag, by the way, called anime list. So the plans I plan to watch, the shows I plan to watch currently. Um, so Cyberpunk Edgerunners, which is currently ongoing, of course. Free Run season 2 as well. Apothecary Diaries. So I like that's the shows I'm currently taking care of. I also plan to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, which I've never watched. My Hero Academia, I've only watched the first 3 episodes, I think. Maybe only two. And it was a long time ago. I've never watched more than that. So like I do really need to catch up with it. Made in Abyss. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Like a lot of people like it. Soul Eater. I know it's more of a classic, and given what I've seen of the show in some clips and stuff, it seems really cool. I just really like scythe wielding characters. That's why I like Ruby. Konosuba, I've only watched the first season. I need to catch up with it as well. I think I watched the first episode of the second season a long time ago, back when it first aired, but that's it. Solo leveling, I've steered, like I've stayed away from it uh, ever since it first aired because at the time there was Free Reign season one, and I kind of wanted to focus on just one thing. I don't. I know literally next to nothing about it aside from something about giant statues because every time I watch the Free Reign season one reaction and I reach the part with the dungeon trial, they see the giant statues and they immediately say, "Oh, it's like solo leveling." So I'm guessing there is something to do with that. I think it's in one of the first episodes as well, from what I've heard. Demon Slayer. I watched the first 2 episodes a long time ago. I've never gone further than that, even though I do love the art style a lot. Like the animation style and stuff, like it does look absolutely gorgeous. But I've never been too far into it. I need to. I know that apparently there's something about either watching the show or watching the movies. So maybe like the movies are like I don't know, um, the shorter version of the show. I check when I read that. Reincarnated as a Slime season 4. I've watched everything that has come out of the show so far, aside from the movie, I guess, and one of the OVAs, I think, possibly. But other than that, I've watched like all the first 3 seasons. I fell in love with this show. I can't wait to see more. Like it's great, and has like the animation has literally kept going, getting better and better as it has progressed. Sorry. One Punch Man. I've only watched the first season. I think I watched the first episode of season 2 back when it first aired. Once again, like there are a lot of shows where I've done this, where I've watched the season, then watched the first episode of the following season and didn't continue for reason I don't know. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I've only watched the first season as well and the first episode of season 2. But the reason I didn't go further is because it was going on a plot line that I don't really like. I'm not really a fan of gender swapping plot lines. Like I don't know, there's just something about it because the issues that I have with this kind of plot line is that they are often over sexualized. And like the show in the first season has shown that it can sometimes go that way. So like I don't really feel like I would enjoy that kind of line, but I'm guessing it probably doesn't go the entire length of the first season of the second season. So like I'm probably just an idiot for not watching more of it. And the last show that I've put in the list for now is Oshinoko. I've seen the first episode when it was released. I didn't continue watching it, um, but I know that a lot of people like it, and I think it's season three that is currently airing, or has just finished airing. I don't remember, but they're already on season three. But I've never gone past the first episode, so I have put it on the list because I want to watch it as well. But anyway, so I was thinking about all of that, like all of these uh, shows I plan to watch, and thinking about others that could interest me. And one name that I had seen uh, over the years of watching anime reactions, because I watched a lot of anime reactions on my own time. Um, I don't know. I just realized something. No, no, okay. I thought that tracking was doing something weird. So I've watched like a lot of anime reactions over the years, and most of the time I don't watch every show that the channel has watched. I mean, I don't watch every reactions, but I see some names that comes through sometimes, even if I don't check the show itself. One that I had seen was Takopi's original scene. And so what happened earlier today? I mean, technically it was yesterday because it's like almost 1 a.m. Um, but earlier I joined the VC with some friends, and they were watching. I mean, one of them was showing the first episode of the show to another. So I saw the first, no, the second half of the first episode of Takopi's original scene. And here's the thing, um, it deals with a theme that is that that how can I say it? It's a theme that I'm way too familiar with, and it's not something that I would be able to handle watching. Like I know I would not, like I would not handle it well. So if anyone was planning on suggesting for me to watch Takopi's original scene, I will not, because like unless you want to see me break down and have me go through trauma just by watching episodes, and like no, I won't. Like it's not something that I can handle really well. So yeah, anyway, that was it for this review. Sorry, the last 10 minutes were used for something else. Um. Anyway, I guess I'll see you in the next episode. So next one will be episode 5. Let me check the name. All Eyes on Me. This one was Lucky You. Yeah, the next one, All Eyes on Me. Eyes will return with a Z in the end. Anyway, I guess see you next time.